We are coming. Day after day. We are coming.
Metal ranchos, metal ranchos, metal ranchos, metal ranchos. Metal ranchos, metal ranchos, metal ranchos, metal ranchos.
All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast Wednesday. Big Wednesday. A big one. These are big pods. My name is Dave. I'm going to host. Joining me producing is Randall Trimbacki. For now.
Hi, Dave. What do you mean? Huh?
Oh, my bad. I was just thinking. I meant to slack that to Dylan. What's up, man?
You meant to slack that Randy will be producing for now to Dylan, but you
No, I'm just saying you're out next
loud.
week. Right?
I am.
You're out next
I am
week.
next
That's what
week.
I meant.
And we will try to make sure, because it is a visual show, that you will
Quit
have
saying
video.
that shit.
Yeah, I know people hate it. But it would just be a one wide shot. I need to talk with Dave how to do that. But yes, I am here.
We should bring Duda down to do it since he's wide load.
Ah, you ever hear about this, Dylan? Wide load?
Yeah, man, I guess I have. Yeah.
Okay, great
All
energy.
right.
Well, let's do one of these.
Oh.
Little 8.4 fluid ounces of a sugar-free Red Bull for the Rand Man.
Don't call yourself the Rand Man, please. That's going to upset me.
Ah.
Your energy is a lot.
Yeah, he just found out.
Yeah.
He got good news today.
Yeah, I'm getting castrated.
No. It's not what tell the people. You don't have to have surgery. You have a torn meniscus. You've had likely a very
ACL
torn meniscus for a minute.
So Derek Rose's former knee surgeon did a good job on yours as well.
He did.
Apparently.
He did. And to be honest, Derek Rose tore his other ACL. It wasn't the same one twice. So I guess the doctor did such a good job replacing the first one that second one needed to be replaced too. So I trust that surgeon in Chicago.
Yeah.
I like that they're giving you the option to just do the rehab yourself.
Yeah, well, I think our insurance does cover physical therapy for like, I think 35 sessions. It was just more of, he's like, yeah, you could just, if you're,
They cover about half of it.
like you can do it yourself if you need to. Cause if it was like when I got my surgery and I needed to learn how to walk again, pretty much I would do the physical therapy, but I'm fine. So torn meniscus, pretty much the prescription is don't skip leg day. I just need to strengthen it up.
Ooh, speaking of skipping leg day, Dylan Shivery.
Oh,
Believe it or not, I do hit legs. I know it's hard for some to understand because my legs are quite thin.
It's not clocking. It's
They're
not clocking.
quite
Dan.
thin, but again, leg size is 90% genetic, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Is that true?
Anyway, 90%. Yeah. Anywho, dude, you see this? You see these dads that are like never work out a day in their life, and they just got these fucking calves that are monster. And
He's
these
not, dude.
fucking
He does.
thighs
He's not
just
on the
out
show
here.
anymore, man. Why
You
you
know
gonna
what I
add him
mean,
like
though?
that?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Micah.
All right. Yeah, Micah's got these beautiful legs. They're beautiful. He's the hottest man in Austin from the waist down. I've always said that. And he doesn't work out.
That is if you really break that down and think about it, that's a weird thing to
Yeah.
say.
Have you seen his piece?
You've
How
never
do you
seen
know?
Micah's
I
penis,
assume,
have you?
I
Have
assume
you?
it's just as beautiful as the rest of his lower half.
Don't say it's beautiful. That's just
So last night,
Micah's got a beautiful cock.
oh, Jesus,
come on.
stop saying cock.
I didn't
man.
even need the Red Bull. I'm ready to go
are
today, boys.
coming.
I truly despise that
We-
word. You guys are just so childish. Anyway, like I was saying,
Why did you get all tired up right before we did the pod?
You need the Red Bull?
You were
Oh,
not low energy out there. Now you come in here and it's like, oh, I wish it was like 1 degree cooler in here.
I sucked at all his
What?
energy.
Do you mind if I turn down the AC 1 degree?
I didn't say anything about the air.
No,
It's
but that's
very
some shit you'd
comfortable.
say.
But you were
though.
thinking
You know what I'm
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I watched the Poop Cruise documentary on Netflix last night.
What?
It's Rhea time.
The Poop Cruise.
Is that the one where like there was an outbreak and they had like,
It's called Trainwreck. Trainwreck is a series that they do, and this one is about the Poop Cruise. This is not the virus one, actually.
oh, okay.
This is one about the poop. So the cruise ship, they went from I think Miami to Cozumel and then back, or maybe it was Houston or Galveston. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They go to Cozumel, spend a day there, and on the way back, there's a fire in the engine room, and it burned through all the power lines that powered the entire ship. And so they were without power, and they were just floating and they were out there for, I think, 4 days total with no power, and the plumbing stopped working as well.
There was fire on the cruise ship, doo-doo in the air.
Arr, swab the poop deck.
And so they told everyone on board to pee in the shower.
Say no more.
I'm
Love
peeing,
doing that.
I'm peeing off the side of the boat
Here's the thing.
as a man. I
not
can't,
with your
yeah.
weak ass
Here's the
stream. No,
thing.
you're not.
It wasn't draining. So the shower, they had like a lip that was like, it was like, yeah, probably like that tall. And so it would just slowly fill up.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
they
That's
had
bad.
they passed out these red biohazard bags for everyone to poop in. And people were pooping on the floor in the bathrooms because the bags, like, no one wanted to poop in the bags, and then they all filled up too, and there was just poop and piss everywhere. And when the tugboat finally got to them and it was tugging them in to, I think they landed in Mobile, is where they docked and then got back to
They're
the
getting
States.
tugged and docked.
When they got tugged, because of the tugboat, when it was
We
pulling them,
are coming.
would you stop?
Sorry, it wasn't me. It was a producer.
It wasn't. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
It was Davis. So what? Go finish. Sorry.
The
go ahead.
tugboat was tugging.
They're docking. Then what happened?
When the tugboat pulled them in, it made the ship do this. It leaned a little bit,
Dude, straight up sideways.
and when it
Oh.
started to lean, all the pee from the showers leaked out and just flooded the entire boat.
Oh, it was a piss tsunami.
So they're walking in diarrhea
it's real
water,
I'm walking in Rio.
pee water. It's raw sewage is what they're walking in. It's all over the boat. They're running out of food. People are setting up these little camps out on the deck and like hoarding food and water. It was
Lord
a
of the
fucking
Flies.
nightmare. It's a fun documentary.
When you're getting tugged on a boat and you feel something on your foot, diarrhea.
And that was
Diarrhea.
not
I
of
was-
all of the
I
shots
had
that have
to
been
try.
taken. That was
You
a
make one.
bad
You make
possession. I've made a couple.
Oh my god.
It was a bad possession.
I didn't have my
It's
rhyming
impossible to
thesaurus.
talk about something with you two.
Agree.
Yeah. If I had my rhyming thesaurus out here, Dylan, it would have been much better. I apologize.
I don't need your rhyming. You don't even know how to do it.
He didn't choose to rhyme. Rhyming chose him.
Yeah.
No, it clearly did.
I tried rhyming foot with boat, and they look similar, but they don't
They
sound the
don't.
same.
They don't look similar.
They both end in T.
So when you said poop cruise, I thought for sure it was that norovirus outbreak.
No,
or whatever.
This is not that one.
Because that one didn't sound fun either.
No. So when they were out there floating, one of their sister ships was a Carnival line. It pulls up to this other cruise ship, and they're like, "Well, there's not much we can do to help you. We can't unload 4,500 people from our boat onto yours." So they just basically pulled up next to them, and they got Wi-Fi off of the neighboring boat, and that's when news started to get out.
You can start doing some posts.
Yeah, that's when the news was like, "Oh shit, this is actually a really bad situation," because people were calling back home, explaining to their family members what was going on, and that's when kind of shit hit the fan.
Literally.
It didn't literally hit the fan.
What? So,
Could
you-
have
so
once
did
it's-
it or not?
Yeah.
It didn't hit it. It didn't hit a fan.
So what was
you
the
don't
biggest
know.
issue here? PP?
Pee pee and poo poo, mostly, and they had no power, no internet, no nothing, and they were just out there. Just,
How many days were they out there with once this happened?
I think about 4.
Yikes.
I think I got it now, Dave. When your
No.
boat loses power and you have to go in the shower, diarrhea.
All right.
Diarrhea. There it is. I got it.
See,
that
now I'm
second
kind of
time.
siding with Dylan here.
All right. Well, I'll stop.
This guy gets a new lease on
too much Randy.
leg life.
Too much Randy.
Gets a little Red Bull in him. You've literally got wings.
Put the red. Can I take the Red Bull away from you?
Nope.
Hey, did anybody try to make a swim of it?
No,
I might have.
No, dude, you can't do that. They're
How
in
do
the
you
middle
know?
of the Gulf. Literally the middle of the Gulf.
They were pooping on the floor?
That's when it was the Gulf of Mexico. This is 2013.
Oh yeah, we still doing that?
Gulf
I think
America?
so. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Dang. So did they get a refund?
They got a refund, $500, and a free cruise on the line.
I'm probably
Oh,
done with cruises. At
And
that
because of the language and the tickets, when they like you got to sign on, whatever. When you buy your ticket, they're able to not press. They couldn't press charges.
point. I bet they
Couldn't
had a
sue.
case for gross negligence.
There was no lawsuit. Anyway, it's a fun documentary if you want to watch it. Hopefully, when you tell your friends about it, you're not with Dave and Randy.
What if they are with us?
It's
No.
refund time.
Hit me on FaceTime. I will be with you when you tell your friends about Poop Cruise.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Oh man, that was a good show.
Do you really think you were going to be able to talk about poop around us and not us be
I didn't know you were going to go
immature?
off on a fucking rhyming spree when you can't even fucking land it.
He did not choose to rhyme. Ryman chose him.
Mhm. I landed it the second time.
He's doing the cum drop thing in the middle of me talking about.
What?
That's a terrible candy.
Okay. Dude, Randy results are mixed
A few
for the
pe-
Red
a
Bull,
few
Red Bull
people-
Randy.
A few people are like, "Oh, Randy was fucking on this morning," but
I just hate it when the guys
but
interrupt Dylan.
the silent majority was like, "Fuck this! I don't know about this show anymore."
I just hate it
Randy's-
when the boys
I
don't
think
let Dylan
Randy's
talk
got-
about poop.
The
Cruise.
Randy's
silent-
got too much fucking leash.
Silent majority are going to be the majority going like, more Randy. Rawr.
You know, sure. I'm
Hey,
sure.
people are. I saw some people like, hey, what's up with the Tuesday on Patreon? Well, this is the week. I did a post about it. Sorry if you didn't see it, and also did an Instagram story that maybe was not specific enough. But so this is a week where we are doing something brand new on Patreon. That's beyond the paywall. What is that? It's a live Coffee Friday, live stream Coffee Friday. It's not just the three of us. It's the whole squad just fucking mixing it up. Whole squad sans Dylan. You're out, aren't you?
I'm leaving town. I'll explain more.
You can tell your poop cruise story uninterrupted on your trip.
I probably will, and it'll probably be.
Don't
Much
tell that. Don't
probably
tell
be
that to the fam. They
better
want to hear about
received.
P cruise.
And I doubt the people I tell will start to just go off on a fucking rhyming spree.
If they
What
do,
if they do?
that would be sick. I'm going to reach out to your brother-in-law and have him do it. So this Friday, 10:30? 10 Central on Patreon. It's going to be a live stream. It's going to be a Coffee Friday.
Mhm.
There's some things that are being talked about that have never been done on a live stream.
It's
Will-
an anniversary of a
Don't
certain
tell
day.
anybody.
Just
Will
saying.
is very bullish on one of the ideas, and he's
It
not
was his
gonna, He's
idea.
not going to let y'all drop it.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Okay, good.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's just this week. That'll be 1 week a month.
The last,
It's like being in the podcast reserves.
yes. Do you know it was typically the last Tuesday of the month? And now that I am not doing Do You Know It on Patreon anymore, Coffee Friday Live is replacing it that week for the optimized and the Tuesday tiers. So you'll be able to watch it live, but if you can't tune in, it will be available to view later and also listen. I will turn it into a podcast as well. So if you're on the Tuesday or optimized tier, you are still getting the same amount of content as you were before.
Randy's trying to do the most now that he knows Dan's coming for his ass.
Good. You need a little
We-
kick in the butt.
What?
You did.
Yeah.
Are you worried about that ass shrinking now that your knee's fucked up?
I was, but now that I'm not going to be skipping leg day, this ass is.
Take it
Out of
easy though.
control.
Do
Don't
body
I
weight
know,
first.
don't do heavy weight.
Actually,
I
don't
know.
look into it. You listen to a physical therapist or somebody who knows.
Actually,
anything
the
about it.
doctor tested my strength in my legs, and he said, "You're pretty strong, so body weight won't be enough for you. You need to add some weights into it." I went, "Thanks, doc. I know. Look at
Oh,
these
God,
legs.
here we
Pa,
go.
pa, pa."
This dude's on one. I
That-
feel like I fed the beast. I fed him the rock too much. Now he's just taking shots from everywhere.
Don't pass the ball to
Do
him
you ever-
anymore.
Do you ever do that machine where like you close your legs or open them up?
I've never done that machine.
Oh,
Chicks, that's a chick machine.
that's a chick machine.
I do it, and I can like max it out.
That's fine.
Yeah, I
It's
like
a chick
those.
machine.
Well, that's how I get that ass.
I see. It's by a lat pull down machine that I use, a modified lat pull down, and I see ladies who do it like while not seated. They're kind of like float. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like
Like
half
with their ass.
squat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
I'm
bet-
sure that's a good exercise. That's something I could probably benefit from, but nobody wants to see me doing it.
Anytime I see a girl doing that, I always
Look away.
divert my attention because I feel like they're really uncomfortable doing that in front of men.
They should be.
Yeah, it's a very sexual.
Guys are pieces of
Very
shit.
sexual move.
Yeah.
Guy-
Ladies
and
should
guys
feel
are-
free to do that.
Guys are pieces of shit,
Yeah.
but not me. I look away.
Used to be.
Nope.
Ma'am, go off.
When you go over to the private room when you do your cock push-ups. Thursday, we do listener voicemails.
That's a Tenacious D reference.
Listener
Cock
voicemails every
push-ups.
Thursday, 888-618-4422. Hit the pipeline. And then our newsletter. Last week's was a real banger. This week's, who knows? Well, I mean, no, it's going to be good. I shouldn't undersell it like that. And it's going to be good too. Wash.substack.com. Hit your inbox. What time? 7 a.m.? 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
7 a.m. is when
7
I
a.m.
usually schedule it, but I will be out. Someone's going to do that for me.
Oh, no. Randy,
No.
thanks.
It's pretty easy.
YouTube.com/circling back if you want to watch the show. It's a viewing show, Hoss.
You can view it.
You can view it with your eyes.
Visual.
Oh, boy. What a show. You want to talk about our good friends over at Squarespace?
Squarespace.
Because I know I do. Let me ask you. I always start off this read like this, but I like to put the ball in your court. Where would this show be without Squarespace? This company?
A little lost, probably. And without a dope website.
That's the truth. And we have a great website. And the reason is because Squarespace is easy to use. We're not the most tech savvy guys. We're just not. We weren't coders by nature. No, we did some basic HTML stuff back in the day.
Yeah, I could
We did a little bit of that.
I could.
But now guess what? We built a website. Go look at it. What's our website? What's our URL?
Washmedia.com. Crazy one.
It's fantastic. It's very easy to use, especially for beginners. It's drag and drop interface, pre-designed templates, and built-in features make it straightforward to build and customize a website without needing coding knowledge. That is the biggest thing. I needed this back in the day.
The templates are the key because you get in there and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to design a website. The template's like, hey, buddy, let me walk you through this. Here's some things. You fill this out. We got you. We'll design this for you. And it kind of lays it out for you. It's really nice, really easy to use.
Head to squarespace.com/steam for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code STEAM to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, go to squarespace.com/steam for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code STEAM to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace. We got ourselves a tweet going around, a viral tweet.
It's a fun one. Male Canon events.
Male Canon events. Randy, if you could please bring that to the attention of the users. We'll post a screenshot of it on Instagram for those who want to see it with their eyes. This is user Faster Life, and they posted this a few days ago. Biggest male Canon events. Canon. Why don't you describe to the folks at home what Canon is?
I don't know the meaning of this really. I know what they are.
It's like
I don't
you see
understand
a couple
why it's
things. You have like judicial canon, which is like principle, rule of law, like
So-
set in stone, and then you have like a collection. Canon being like a collection of like sacred texts.
Yeah. So canon, I think,
accepted as real,
like,
genuine.
like you said, canon, I think it means two different things. One is like in a story, it's like this is the actual events of the story. So like fan fiction is not part of like a canon story. But I think canon events really comes from the second Into the Spider-Verse movies, where it's like these things have to happen to Spider-Man.
Okay, more to the point, according to AI Overview, is a significant, often relatable, and sometimes embarrassing experience that shapes a person's life and development.
Yes. So that,
Yeah. It's like when Spider-Man realized his aunt was Marissa Tomei,
it's more of when his uncle dies. Like that has to happen to
but his
Spider-Man.
aunt was smoking hot because Marissa
She
Tomei
was.
is a babe and always will be.
Some of the ones that this person listed here: realizing WWE is fake, your first heartbreak, Marvin's room, touching a 10-foot rim.
Getting jacked.
This one says November 2021. I don't know that reference.
You just had to be there.
I guess so.
Just had to be there, man.
Losing a pet, touching real money, the OBJ catch. Okay, that's a good one.
I was watching. Shout out Brandon
being
Carr.
unemployed, like your unemployed era. Discovering family lore you never knew of. That's actually a pretty good one too. I have a few of my own I listed here. I have a major omission to this list. When you're able to touch the top of a door frame for the first time.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big
Well,
one.
this happens twice. One, when you're able to jump and touch it. The second time when you can just reach up and touch it.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then do you just spend the next, like, the rest of the time living at home, like, just running around the house doing that no matter what? Like, it really, honestly, like, I still do it to this day sometimes. Not necessarily jumping because
Oh, yeah.
I'm 5'9" and a half, 3/4, maybe 5'10". But that's one that sticks with you. I think for me, some big ones, and this probably applies to everybody in this room. First beer.
Yeah.
First beer is a major one. Very few people have that first beer, or I think dudes at least, and they're like, "Oh, that was really good." It like affects them in a way that's like, "Oh." It like really kind of blows your mind because like it's this thing that you've wanted to do for a long time, but you try it and you're like, wait, this is affecting me weird. I don't necessarily like the taste. And then you go back like 2 weeks later and drink like 10 of them.
I got one that's slightly off the radar here.
Woodstock 99 for me.
Sandstorm Beat Drop.
Okay.
Does that register? Is that clock for you?
It's a good one.
I mean, it was never like a song that anybody seriously listened to.
Randy said it's a good one. But for me, that was my first introduction to like EDM and like a serious beat drop in that fashion. I was like, oh shit, this is kind of dope. I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
Not that it didn't like get me into EDM or anything, but it's very memorable for me.
Okay. Yeah. I was pretty early on the EDM wave back in the day, in the 90s. Not to be that guy. I was a big Chemical Brothers fan, Randy. And Daft Punk. Remember Daft Punk?
I got another one here.
Oh yeah.
Seeing taxes removed from your first paycheck.
Just not knowing what that is.
Like, whoa.
Where's this going?
I thought I was making $9 an hour. Turns out that it's really only about $6.
First time you lose a job. Like lose a job. Like I remember, because I've written about this in the past, being laid off. And I've been left off schedules before everybody knows that. I wasn't on it famously. Not that. I'm not talking about that kind of shit. I'm talking about like after college, economic downturn, lose your job, boss calls you in. That is a seminal moment. That is canon. And these aren't exclusive to men, but we're going with the tweet here. First real fight. Not like you and your like one of your brothers, not like you and your friend like scrapping and
talking like throwing hands.
Like going meeting at Lakeside Park and like squaring up and like people are like surrounding you. That's a moment.
Yeah, that one sticks out for me too.
That's one that I can almost remember like
I've only been in one.
In the moment, you don't really know what's going on, but I can remember like everything that happened to this day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Seeing boobs.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Seeing boobs.
I was gonna say like the obvious one here is losing your virginity. I mean, American Pie was all about that, but that's too on the nose.
I wonder if Parks has seen boobs. He's 10. He's not allowed to just get on the internet without supervision. He can't. We just don't let him do that, and he's 10. But he's gained access to the internet when we're not around. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's just like boobs,
boobs.com.
Search, yeah, to see what. I'm sure he's done it.
Do you think he's typed in 8008 on a calculator and been like,
dude?
Do they even use those types of calculators
no way.
anymore?
There's no way.
I don't think so.
Some niche ones. COVID Warzone.
Yeah, that was a big player in the comments of this tweet.
COVID Warzone was just the peak of gaming. My gaming existence.
It was facts.
Senior year of high school, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. When that album dropped, that was a game changer. Also, senior year, Jay-Z and Nas beef. Jay-Z dropped Takeover. Nas came back with Ether. I remember it very vividly, like people in class talking about Ether and like going through like line by line and being like, oh my God, what is Jay-Z going to do? Like he just was destroyed.
I'll put first memorable score, like as in a point, like either a run in baseball or like a goal in soccer or something like that. Like first time you ever
an athletic achievement.
Yeah.
For me, destroying a baseball. I remember destroying a baseball for the first time.
Do you mean like actually knocking the seams off or like just mashing?
No, that's not a real thing.
Seen a lot of movies, buddy.
I will
No
say
one's ever done that.
the first time you blew something up with fireworks or something. That's a male Canon event.
You were probably the sicko blowing up frogs.
Oh no, we never did
Jesus.
animals, but we blew up a lot of things in our backyards.
Touching the rim was I remember the exact location, moment that I did it for the first time. It was pretty dope.
This guy's list also says realizing you might be goated.
I want to know what he means by November 2021. That's got to be just for him, huh?
Were you a Marvin's Room guy? Did that hit in your formative? I mean, what, your early 20s?
I don't know if I even know what Marvin's Room is.
Really? Because that's after me. Yeah. I was out on that. Drake,
Oh, Drake.
2011.
He says fumbling an 8 out of 10. Great body that liked you.
Oh,
Fumbling.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fumbling someone out of your league, or just someone who's really attractive.
Those are really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one like you just think about. You always kind of think about it. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 8th grade or freshman year. My best friend Eugene and I asked out the same girl at the same time, not knowing that we were each doing that, and she chose him. And I was like, oh,
Fucking Eugene.
that one got
Did he
me.
end up marrying her?
Nah,
Okay.
he did not.
Old Eugene.
Maybe this is on my mind. What first serious injury? Like I hit my head when this might not surprise people. I hit my head pretty hard when I was 4 years old and have like a big scar. But I feel like everyone in their past has some like either broken arm or like a
Split my
giant
chin
scar.
on the
Yeah.
fireplace on the brick seated part. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
broke your neck or something like that.
Yeah, I was 21 though. I was an adult, but
Still.
very memorable for sure.
Yeah.
First boys trip. The first trip you ever go on with just the boys, not as a parent or a school trip or something, just your first standalone trip as a person.
My first Vegas trip was like right after college. One of the guys who got married very early did his bachelor party. We stayed at like Excalibur. And I
Hell
remember
yeah.
like us just being I'm cringing thinking about my Vegas behavior just because like I was so unprepared for everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to gamble. Like I sit down at a blackjack table. I was probably hitting on the wrong, not by the book, was just going off gut. People probably hated me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still do.
Getting armpit hair for the first time.
Dude, I remember that. I thought I had that feeling because I had friends who started to get like
I was
hair.
stoked.
And I was like, dude, I'm never going to have facial hair or
Yeah.
I'm not going to have body hair.
I was
I'm not going to hit puberty.
I was so excited when it sprung for the first time.
Yeah.
God.
I had a deal situation. Both my brothers were getting hair in 4th grade, and I didn't like go through puberty until 8th grade. So it was-
4th grade.
Yeah.
What? Really
Both my
early.
brothers were very early bloomers, and I was a late bloomer.
Parks just finished first grade. I don't think any of his friends have gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, but by middle school, my brother had a goatee and like full hairy legs.
What?
Yeah.
In middle school?
Did they let him
Uh-huh.
rock the goatee at school?
Yeah. It was a shitty goatee, but he could.
Oh,
No one could do that in middle school, but sideburns, they started to become a thing.
There is a length.
I couldn't grow.
They would check the length of sideburns in high school.
I still can't grow sideburns.
Me neither. God, maybe this one when you start noticing your hair thin, that first moment when
Oh.
I don't know who I think mine was a hairdresser because I asked. It was like towards the end of college, and like I started having hairs that would like it wasn't falling out, but they started like almost growing together, like come like the hairs and like kind of getting stuck together, and I was like, "What's going on back there? Who's doing this?"
And what did your hairdresser say?
She goes, "Do you want me to tell you?" And this wasn't like a hairdresser I saw regularly. This is almost assuredly like Supercuts or Great Clips. She goes, "You want me to tell you?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's because you're losing your hair. The hairs are starting to bind together to like become stronger." And I was like, "Oh."
Oh, man.
So-
That's not what you want to hear.
I was like, "So?" She's like, "Have you heard of Rogaine?" And I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "I'm 22.
Damn.
It's tough."
Damn.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard of Rogaine. I have." And now we're here.
Getting jacked is one here. I remember like working, like seeing results of working out for the first time. Be like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, you see them pretty quick if
You do.
if you
Real
do it a
quick.
couple times a week. I do remember the first actual weightlifting workout I ever did. It was 8th grade football, 7th grade football. They put a squat rack in, an incline bench, a regular bench, and a trap bar station in the middle of the field house. And it was like, well, off season, we're going to start lifting weights. So we did like a circuit. And I remember after the first time, like, no, they didn't tell you anything about nutrition, anything. They were pretty good about form. But like, I remember after I did it going home and like my body was like jello. Like I was so weak and like shaky. I didn't know.
The next day
like,
you couldn't even move, probably.
No, dude. Unbelievable soreness.
I had a bench in my bedroom starting in middle school. So I would just bang out bench press in my room. And I was like, oh, this is fucking sick. I can like see my muscles like getting big.
Oh, dude. Getting like some 5-pound dumbbells and like looking in the bathroom mirror and like lifting and like you could see like every.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm unstoppable right now.
Dude, I'm I
remember that very vividly. Randy, you got any?
I think, we could probably talk for a long time about this stuff, but I think I've said my good part. I just got a junk text from looks like Southern Ontario, so it threw me off.
Somebody sent you a pic?
It's just a text that says, out of the blue, nothing else. It just says, are you free to talk for just a minute? Nothing to say who it is, whatever. So no.
Well, are you?
I'm not. I'm actually
cold call him?
I'm actually working right now.
Let's cold call him.
So yeah, I have a minute. What's up?
Can you pull up that Little League video, that Little League photo shoot that's been making the rounds? It's been a big player in our group text. Little League baseball. So Dylan's in the midst. He's like right smack dab in the middle of being a Little League baseball dad.
These kids look a little bit older than Parks.
Yeah, this looks like 12.
Oh, I'll turn that off.
Oh, there's fucking music.
Yeah. I turned the music off. But yeah.
This is the most egregious travel team looking baseball shit I've ever seen.
Dude, baseball is, why is it the chachiest of the sports? Why does it attract this type of behavior more than any other? You don't see soccer kids doing this.
So this is a professional photo shoot where the kids, the main one, there's a kid holding a bat and he looks pretty like stoic, holding the bat, staring at the camera. They light the bat on fire and then he drops it. And then they take like, quick, what are they using? Like some super camera to get like a dope flame photo.
I think it's just like a high speed, but they're taking a bunch. But I guess this one went viral, but this has been a thing for a while that it's just a new trend of taking sports photos. And like I just recently, because preparation, followed the people that started this trend, and the photos are pretty sick.
This kid who they lit his catcher's mask on fire and he's like flips it back. It's just so unnecessary. It looks so dangerous. Like
they put a flammable foam on and it burns real quick, so it doesn't pose any danger.
Whatever happened to just kneeling
like
next to the soccer ball?
It's not cool enough.
That's not dope.
You gotta level up. Like that's a sick picture.
I mean, it is sick.
It is cool. And this kid, of course, has like 3 different necklaces on.
I just know these kids are the worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, baseball kids are the worst.
Why is it? Why
they're
what
so
happened?
cocky? I don't know what it is, man. They are so cocky. There are a few kids that are just next level cocky in Parks' Little League. And I'm talking like 9, 10-year-old kids.
And let me guess, they all have older brothers. They all have older brothers and who play and are probably pretty good.
It's okay, this isn't fair because this doesn't apply to all of them, but it's typically the sons of the coach. Because they're usually like one of the better ball players on the team, and their dad's the coach. They feel like they're, they have that up, that on everyone else on the team, and they just kind of walk around with a little extra swagger.
Are these like the kids who are like missing school to go do travel tournaments?
They do travel, like summer travel ball.
And
and travel ball means like you go to a different town and you stay in a motel for 2 nights and play a tournament and come back.
So my nephew plays in the FC Dallas club organization, and he's really good. And they'll go to Houston. They'll go do tournaments in like Seattle. They go all over to play tournaments. And like there's no one acts like this. Like none of the kids are like they're all just like good kids. Like they don't it doesn't seem like it's showy. There's no ego. It's crazy.
It's even when I was a kid, it was like this, and it's usually the travel kids for sure. It's not just people who are playing Little League. Yeah. It's always the best ones.
So growing up in Little League, we weren't like this at all. at all. But travel ball, summer ball, I didn't participate in it. One, because the heat really affects me in a major way. So I didn't play it. I was always like a little intimidated by all these traveling summer ball players because they just like, oh yeah, dude, we got a tournament out, in Temple.
Yeah.
We'll be there for a couple days. It's like, oh, okay. You're gonna be gone. Like, yeah, we're traveling. And it was just a different kind of baseball.
For me in Duncanville, it was like the select kids. It was select ball. So that's what they called. There was regular
That's what
baseball.
we called it. That's what we called it too. Select
yeah, it
ball.
was select was like the best kids play.
It's expensive,
It's expensive as hell.
and they don't just take anyone. You have
No,
to actually
yeah.
be a ball player.
Yeah, you have to be legit. And I remember like telling my dad, because I was good enough, but I wasn't like anything special. My dad being like, "You don't want to play select ball." He's like, "It's all politics." I remember my dad specifically saying, "Oh, it's all politics." I never like followed up
It
on that. I'm like,
is.
what does
What is
that
it?
mean?
I think like, and I'm not saying all of them, but it definitely does seal the vibe that like the parents, especially the dads, are the ones that grew up playing ball that were like this too and are more likely to bribe people. The best way I put it is the guy that you're not that guy, pal. He is like the epitome of what a baseball dad is, like that, like a travel baseball dad.
Like there's, so my oldest boy's like Rhodes is 4.5 almost, and like T-ball a few seasons, and T-ball you don't see it, but you do see the older brothers a couple years down the road of some of the kids in the league that come to the games, and they're already like, this is them. Like they're the ones like showing up and they've got bat bags and stuff. And I'm like, you got a bat bag? You're like 6.
Politics were a part of so I played at Northwest Little League here in Austin, which is a pretty serious baseball league. I noticed politics for the first time when All-Stars came around. Like after every season, we had All-Stars, and you play different leagues around Austin. And one year, I remember I missed the All-Stars, and I was like, this is bullshit. I'm better than half the guys on this team, and I was. And I looked at the roster, and I was like, wait a minute. Every single one of these kids is on the team because their dad is a head coach of their team. And my dad never coached. And I was like, this is so stupid.
Oh yeah, it's weird. And I'm about to enter like I'm getting to the point with T-ball where like he's done it enough, and like it doesn't change. There's not like the I-9 T-ball. It's like volunteer coach, parent. Our first year we were lucky. We had a great coach who like was like a baseball dad, but he was cool. He's and like was like a good teacher. And then some of the other ones, it's just a dad stepping up and like doing it, and like I'm helping, and like I can help, and I can help run some of the drills, but like I'm not the guy to teach your kid how to throw and field, right? It's not serious is what I'm trying to say. But if we're going to continue doing it, he likes it. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to get him out of I-9 and get him into like, there's like a Circle C league or something, right? I'm like, I kind of want to get him into that, but also like, I don't want to get him away from his friends, and I don't want to like, you know what I mean? But like, I do want to see him get better and like start learning more about the game. I don't know, man. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. These kids aren't, we're not at the point of pyrotechnics in the photos.
No. In Parks, as much as he has like gotten into baseball, he's not ready for this kind of shit. He's not ready for select ball. The select team in Austin, it was a really big deal growing up with slam ball. And it was coached, like the head of the league was some like former MLB player. It was like, oh, if you wore a slam jersey around, like you were kind of a big deal.
Really?
I got to sub in for one game. I got to play slam for like exactly one game or like 2 games or something. And I was like, and I felt out of my element. It was weird. And I was a good ball player too.
It's funny. You probably get imposter syndrome as a kid playing baseball.
You absolutely do.
Yeah.
Like, do I belong here?
Yeah.
And Parks has gotten a little bit of that too. And it's broken my heart when he's gotten that. But for the most part, the league he plays in is pretty casual. For the most part, there are some dads who take it way too seriously, as I've talked about. But it's a pretty low key league.
It's sick that they went with Disturbed.
Yeah. So I didn't know where you're going with this segment. So the people that really started this trend is SBJ Studios on Instagram, and they just do a bunch of this stuff for all different, like mainly high school portraits. The guy actually had a stitch with that one that's going viral because he didn't do that, and he thought the way they did it was unsafe. I think it's just water, dish soap, and butane, but like a lot of these photos are pretty sick.
Why did that? Okay. I just don't need my 8-year-old to look like he just dropped like a tactical nuke.
It's just, it's just sick. They do a good job of it.
I mean, look, they are objectively sick photos. It's just like at some point, I don't know. It feels like if my 5-year-old or 8-year-old's taking these kind of pics, it's just very much like feeding into like his little 8-year-old ego and head. And I'm like, I don't want him to be that kid.
Yeah.
But of course, like if all of his friends are doing it, then he's going to have to do it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do. That's not a fight I'm going to.
Yeah, I think I'd like it
I'm gonna
better
wage.
for high school sports portraits, like senior photos, than little kids. But
I don't know.
We should just do those with podcast
If
equipment.
Parks had one of these pictures, I would absolutely love it.
I mean, it would be sick. And
I
mean, it would be sick.
Yeah.
It would be sick. You're right.
He's throwing a ball that just has flames on the back coming out the back of it. Like, that's cool.
God dang it.
And then he throws it like 38 miles per hour.
Remember we could just have Roback do another video where they add the effects. Remember our Butler pitch and putt video they made?
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking of taking a very moody photo with you, and then just the microphone is on fire, and you're just doing like a.
Okay, we can make that happen. Reach out to Ricky. All right. Speaking of Roback,
Yeah.
code WASH20 will get you 20% off one-time use code, so load that card up.
It will get you 20% off.
I was Robacked out at the gym this morning. I didn't want to tell you all that because I wanted you guys to naturally like bring up the fact that I clearly pumped, but I did.
When you envision me in the gym just moving big boy weight,
Mhm.
just picture me wearing a lot of Roback. 'Cause
Doing
that's-
the thigh squeeze machine
I'll
that we
do the
talked
thighs,
about
yeah.
in your Robies.
It hits different when you're wearing Roback.
Gives you the range of motion. It's comfortable. They got the liners. What's the shorts that we like?
You mean these ones right here? I think they're the grit.
The
gym
grit,
shorts?
Yeah,
yeah.
These are the ones with the liner. Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
wearing-
I'm
Randy.
rocking
It's
the
a visual
5-inch.
show.
I walked the trail this morning in those, actually. Yeah, it's also swim trunk season, Dave.
It's a goated liner.
They have a bunch of swim trunks right
Yes,
now.
they
Very
do.
comfortable liner, which is very important, not too constricting. Of course, a polo for literally every occasion, including the university licensed ones that are awesome. I have a few myself, UT.
They
Love
sent
it.
Rhodes a baseball one, and it's got the little like I don't know if it's a palm tree, a tropical tree, and then a little baseball. It almost looks like a summer ball league
That's
shirt
dope.
polo, and he's been rocking that. His teachers love it.
Parks is in the in-between stage. He's outgrown like the little kid polos that they offer, and the next size up is like an adult small. So it'll be a little bit before he's back in Roback.
He just needs the bulk. He'll be fine.
Washed 20 will get you 20% off at checkout as a one-time use code. What's up with the Liver King right now?
So this started dropping last night. For some reason, Alex Jones is the one who broke this. But I do know he has a direct line of communication with Joe Rogan. So I was like, well, this has clearly been vetted. Liver King got arrested last night. And if I'll be the first to admit, I unfollowed the Liver King
In Austin,
years
right?
ago in Austin.
Why is he in Austin?
Well, he came to Austin to fight Joe Rogan.
He flew here to fight Joe Rogan.
I don't know if he flew. I think he drove.
You drove here to fight Joe Rogan.
But
What's his beef with Rogan?
Well, he started posting these ominous videos where he doesn't look well. His face is kind of fucked up. He looks malnourished.
His belly button is protruding about
Yes,
an inch away from his abdomen.
Potentially hernia. We don't know. I'm not a doctor. But he started posting these weird videos from like his shower and was basically saying, Randy, if you want to try to pull it up, if you just type in Liver King on Twitter, there's 100 videos. Basically blames Rogan, I think, for exposing him on his steroid stuff. Remember a couple years ago, Liver King famously,
Yep.
which Rogan was probably the biggest outfit to like report on that or like talk about it, but he did not. He's not the one who like exposed him. There was another guy.
He claimed to be natural and just got all his protein
Correct.
from like raw
Correct.
animal products.
Because Liver King has a supplement company. It sells like liver stuff. Yeah, here we go. This is him getting arrested. This is him getting out of jail. Yeah, he got arrested for making terroristic threats toward Rogan. Came here to fight Joe. And the videos are like they're very dark. They're ominous. Like you can
Does
clearly
look like
tell like something
shit.
is not
Oh,
right
God.
with the guy.
Okay,
Looks like
real
he's been
quick,
living outside for
PS.
months.
Okay, real quick, PS. What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm gonna choke that motherfucker out, lights out, I'm gonna choke him out, And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens, because like to wake up from that dream, that's a good feeling. And then anything else that you could break on me, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping, because I have something actually to fight for. Actually, that's my family. I have a principle to fight for. That's what I'm, and oh, well, what if he actually does what he's saying? What if that would be interesting? That would be interesting. What do you have to fight for? You're fighting. I hope you're mad. You should choke me out. You know how to do that. You're trained. You're trained.
Dude,
you got
It's a little
black
kinky.
belt.
Dude,
Black
it's
belt
weird.
in jiu-jitsu.
He's
I hope you choke me out.
Is he a
people are
black
saying
belt?
he's at what's up?
Rogan's a black belt?
Yo, yeah.
Goes on for another minute.
It's very like, okay, is this guy having like a psychotic break? Like it's very strange. I've not been following him for a couple years, but
There's an ayahuasca angle here too, right? He was
yeah, I think he did ayahuasca, which this is not a good endorsement for doing ayahuasca. He doesn't seem well, and I guess he was doing like $12,000 a month worth of like supplements of like
Yeah.
hormone, testosterone, all sorts of peptides and shit. Dude, I don't know. It's really strange. And he got arrested, man. And it's really sad because he's got a family. Like, you know, he's put his family, like he was involving them in this shit too.
Primal 1, Primal 2, right?
But he's saying I have my family to fight for.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
Is your family at risk?
Well, he
of
lost. I
anything?
assume he lost a lot of money when he was exposed for the steroids.
Oh.
So I think that is where the root of this
I see.
grudge.
That's what he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
What if Joe Rogan and Carlos Mencia,
Hmm?
form an alliance to take down Joe Rogan?
Liver King, you're saying Liver King and Carlos Mencia link
Mhm.
up, and like they are going. Here's the thing,
They got
man.
beef. They got beef with Joe Rogan.
Well, Rogan can defend himself, but also like I don't know where his studio is, but I think I've heard his studio is like heavily guarded with like
I think it's in Bee Cave.
a bunch of armed ex-military guys. So it's not something you run up on. And also, like I was thinking, dude. So Rogan had Bernie on like Monday or Tuesday, and I was like, what if Liver King just pulled up and Bernie and Rogan are like that? What a fucking weird Mad Lib. Rogan, Bernie Sanders, Liver King,
Alex
all in the
Jones.
same wing. Alex Jones.
Yeah, and Alex Jones is involved.
Why is Alex Jones breaking this news? I don't know. It's crazy, man. That's sad though. Very sad. Sad because it's like he's got his kids are young and everybody knows their dad's the Liver King.
That's tough as it is.
Like I mean, it's tough for Parks knowing his dad's like is that Dorn.
just douchebag.
Roger Dorn.
Douchebag podcast guy.
Yeah, like Rhodes has to answer for fake Ted Cruz being his dad.
Parks finally learned why people call me Dorn sometimes. I showed him the movie.
Did you show him Major
I
League?
showed him Major League. Skipped a couple of
I get
questionable parts,
it. Sure.
but he gets it now.
I'm trying to get Rhodes to watch Sandlot. I feel like
He's
could
not
watch-
in on it.
Well, he just hasn't. He's watched like 2 movies in his life. The new Mario movie, and then like a Smurfs movie.
Okay,
So I'm like, let's watch a baseball movie.
Sandlot's a great one.
I don't think there's anything in there I would need to cut out.
No, it's a kids movie.
Was Alex Jones like pushing conspiracies of what's happening to the Liver King? Folks, Greenman Warntug is talking into the Liver King's ear.
Folks, he did ayahuasca one time.
Mind control by the CIA.
Dude, the ayahuasca angle is funny because I didn't know that was a thing. And Brett was like, well, I guess I'm not doing ayahuasca. And well, I didn't know he was considering it. I don't think he really was.
He was considering
He
it?
said no in the text. He's like, oh, I guess I'll take that off the bucket list. But like, dude, if you do ayahuasca, sometimes you come back and like, you hear about this every now and then.
You're a different person.
Kind of a completely different person, which for some people, that's what they're looking for. But
Mhm.
you gotta be careful, man. Don't just go do plant drugs with anybody in the jungle, Randy.
Hey, I won't.
Okay?
Only me and Dan Patrick will go do ayahuasca together.
Any,
Oh my
any
God.
drug that makes you vomit before you start to feel effects, I think I'm out on.
Probably. Yeah, full body explosions before I get the mind altering experience isn't what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I prefer the drugs that make me vomit afterwards. Fucking, I drink so much, dude. I got so blacked out. Dylan, you know. Actually, you don't. You've never puked from drinking. Or
Now
ever,
for
right?
my funniest joke of the day, I'm gonna leave you two to handle the show while I pee.
He's
so
gonna
you
go
guys
pee.
make
Oh,
conversation.
I wish Randy was one leaving a pee.
Hold up.
Tucked in t-shirt Dave
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Rocking the early bird tee. Go for
visual show.
Would you go piss, please?
Those are new. Those are new Abercrombie shorts. What do you think about those, Dylan?
Away. Those are Abercrombie?
Yeah.
I don't like them that much.
You don't like them that
Don't
much?
tell them I said that.
They got
though.
some vertical stripes. I'm going to tell them exactly.
What's
what I
gotten into you
expect.
today?
A clean bill of health. Actually, no.
You
it's
had torn meniscus.
No, it's actually pretty annoying that this is going to be something I have to deal with my whole life. I don't know. I got up early. I've been getting good sleep lately.
Can you start getting less sleep?
No.
I don't. This new version of Randy, I don't know if I'm in on yet.
Maybe you need more sleep. Have you ever thought about that?
I get 7 to 8 every night. I'm pretty good, man.
Oh, wow.
What are you getting?
I don't know. 7, 6, 7.
Get at least 7.
Yeah.
Get at least 7.
My son, 7.
Yeah, that was part of a viral tweet. Yeah,
Did
that's
he leave
right.
the door open?
It's cracked.
Was he born in a barn?
Is it going to affect the sound quality in any way? You
Not much.
dumbass.
If it's fully open, it does. But it is what it is. How fast do you think he's trying to piss?
He's coming back.
He's ready, man. He's a quick pisser.
He's jogging. Yeah, because he got a small tank. All right, man.
What?
Welcome back, big dog.
Dylan said he really enjoys your shorts. He might get a pair.
He doesn't like him?
Oh, I just said he
No, they're
likes
fine,
them.
man. They're fine.
You can find some cheap stuff at Abercrombie.
They got good stuff.
They do have. I mean, look, they're not. This is non-spawn, but they got some decent stuff. Just don't expect them to acknowledge your
Yeah.
presence if you're over 40.
Yeah, if you got a bunch of beer on your breath from the Twisted Cork, don't go into Abercrombie.
You
They're
know
gonna
what?
avoid you.
Yeah, I had one bad afternoon at the mall, and you bring it up every time we do a show.
A little more than one.
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
We had the party and it was lit.
I got yelled at by a prostitute.
Let's just go have fun and let go a little.
Little Woodrows, let's go.
This weekend in fun presented by Tecovas. Anywhere worth going is worth going in good boots. Find your perfect pair with Tecovas, Holmes. Ever wondered if you could pull off boots with your personal style? Randy's had that question. Turns out he can. You owe it to your feet to pull on a pair of Tecovas. Randy, what did it feel like the first time you slid a little pair of Tecovas on them feet?
I was like, wow, these are comfortable.
I was at the Domain over the weekend with Chelsea, a little shopping, and I stepped into the Tecova store. Said hi to Gordo. He was working in there.
Oh, yeah.
Just to say hi. I knew he was there. So and I have identified the boots that I will be purchasing this year.
Do you want to give a boot reveal?
I would love to.
Are they the Dylan?
No,
They do have a Dylan boot.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the black cowhide ones.
Mm.
That's the only thing I'm missing in my boot.
That's a bad
repertoire.
hombre.
Just some black dress boots.
Being confident isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Find comfort in the traditions of the West and confidence from making it your own. Honor the West by leaving your own boot print. Tecovas crafts quality Western boots for everyone, from generational ranchers like me and lifelong cowboys also like me to first-time boot buyers like Dylan will be.
Oh, I have boots.
He's got boots.
We love Tecovas, man. I fucking love Tecovas.
They're handcrafted, Dylan.
They're
200
so
meticulous
comfortable.
steps. They're so comfy. You put them on and it feels like you've been wearing them for years.
I've tried them on. They're so comfortable, and I can't believe I don't own any yet. It's really upsetting me.
Also, the storefront, like the customer service is so much better than any other boot place I've been to. They are so helpful and friendly there. And like, that's not even just Gordo. It's
They'll
just
give you a
like everyone.
cocktail too.
Get you a beer, booze drink,
Ranch water.
ranch water. I've got a pair of Tecovas. I have 2 pairs of Tecovas boots and then a pair of the it's like a loafer style. So I'm good on Tecovas at the moment. When I walk by, if I'm on South Congress at the Domain, I go in there anyway. Not only to say hi to Gordo, but just to go in.
Get yourself a belt.
Smells good.
Yeah, get
That's
yourself
like
a belt.
Yeah, get a belt. See what
Leather.
else they got going on.
They'll brand your boots too. I got my initials on my boots. Nice.
Right now, get 10% off at tecovas.com/circleback. That's CRCLBK. When you sign up for email and text, that's 10% off at tecovas.com/CRCLBK. TECOVAS.com/CRCLBK. Tecovas. Point your toes west. Dylan, what do you got?
Got quite the weekend ahead, Dave. I will be leaving town tomorrow morning. I, along with my son Parks, my lovely girlfriend Chelsea, my father, Dave, also is his name, and my sister, brother-in-law, my 2 little nieces. We're going to Port Aransas, Texas, staying at a little community called Cinnamon Shore. This is the third. It's now become an annual tradition. This is the third summer in a row we're going. Different house each time, but same community, and it's just so much fun, man. We got beach. We have a slew of pools to choose from. We're renting an 8-person golf cart to get us around.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have a grand old time.
Do me
I'm
a
very
favor.
excited.
Charge up that Bluetooth speaker for me.
I'll charge up the Bluetooth speaker. Yeah. Parks is making sure we have plenty of board games. He's really in on board games right now.
Hell
I
yeah.
smoked his ass at Clue the other day.
You should play chess. You're a big chess guy.
They have giant chests.
Yes,
there.
they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do. I
Mhm.
know the community well.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and I'm excited. The last 2 summers I have gone without a significant other, and still had an amazing time. So now we got Chelsea with us. It's going to be even more fun. I'm stoked, man.
Can you recreate the giant chess video, but the Magnus one, where you just get mad and then you shake Park's hand?
I slam the giant chessboard. Yeah, sure. I'll try it. I'll give it a shot.
Are you concerned? This is going to be your first trip where it's the Gulf of America now. Do you think it's going to be different?
Yeah, the
I
water's
don't-
going to hit diff.
I don't think I have any concern over the name of the body of water that I'll be swimming in. No,
You haven't thought about if it's going to hit diff or not?
No, I haven't. I don't think the water is going to be any different because it has a different name now.
I don't know.
What if they dye it red, white, and blue for 4th of July coming up, like Chicago River turns
I don't think
green?
they're going to dye the.
That's
the
a lot of
Gulf,
dye.
An entire Gulf.
How would they even do that with 3 colors?
I don't know, man.
Randy,
Find a way. It's already blue, so I mean, you just need to do it's only 2 colors. Really.
hey, buddy, it ain't blue.
Oh well.
Not down those parts.
Not blue.
Yikes.
Good beach though. 4 day, man. I'll be there about a month.
I'm excited. Yeah, I get back next Tuesday, so I'll be back in the office on Wednesday.
Well, hey, from everybody to you, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, bub.
Randy.
What about you, turds?
I got a big weekend/week coming up. Remember, we'll try to have video next week. So Saturday morning, I leave for a wedding in Chicago. It'll be,
really?
Yeah. So I'll be here
Must have.
Friday.
Hold on a sec. Just gonna check the.
It's on the calendar. You're not even typing. You're just hitting your laptop.
No, I'm not.
So yeah, which Brett, for some reason, thinks that's a bad move. I said that I don't want to get in the day before because I don't want to pay an extra like $300 for a hotel. And he's like, that's an insane move. I'm like, no, I'm just getting there.
What time is the wedding?
3:00. So I'm leaving.
What time are
at,
you flying
like
in?
6 a.m. So I'll be like getting in at like 11.
That's kind of a psycho move.
No, it's not. Maybe
A
I get in,
3:00
10.
wedding, getting there the morning of.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
What are you flying though?
Southwest, I
Okay.
believe. Or American. I
There's
don't know.
another member of this company who's flown. The last 2 times he's flown, it has not been that airline, but he's been getting smoked. So I hope everything is.
Hopefully
You
I
should
don't-
be good getting out of here. I don't think you're gonna have any weather issues. but
Hopefully, it won't have a 13-hour delay.
unreal,
Two times in a row.
unreal.
But so yeah, wedding on Saturday, and then might spend a little more time on Sunday with some friends in Chicago. But then spending the whole week up in Northwest Indiana, getting to see my new niece, hang out with my mom, brother, my brother and his kids are coming in too. So it's a whole family little reunion.
Oh, dude!
too.
Congratulations on being an uncle.
Yeah, this is my I'm a level 5 uncle, so pretty sick.
It's pretty cool, man.
Pretty sick. So got that, and then I will be going to our like major lake that's in Northwest Indiana with my friend and his family, and doing 4th of July up on the lake. So it's nice because I feel like in Austin, I've seen the fireworks from the bridge, from the water, from the park, and like, but otherwise, it doesn't seem like people do much for 4th of July down here. So I am excited to spend 4th of July in the Midwest doing some like Midwest summer stuff. And
Typical liberals not celebrating the 4th.
I just feel like people think it's too hot here or something. I don't know.
It is, and well, you got to go out of town to. You really want to pop off fireworks, although or just come to my neighborhood apparently.
And I'm hoping, Dave, this might be the first weekend that I ride a jet ski, if it or a wave runner. Just we'll see.
Oh yeah, I
Never
forgot
have.
about that. This could be a new male Canon moment.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I remember the first time I rode a jet ski.
Still, if you have to wakeboard either.
Shout out Lake Whitney.
I wanted to, but
Okay.
we'll see.
As for me, I'm pretty much just hanging out this weekend.
Hell yeah.
This is a Dave gearing up for the 4th. We'll be not to totally cuck my weekend and fun next week, but we'll be out of town. So this weekend, I'd like to keep it a little bit low key because we're not doing anything major, but we'll just be hanging around here. Potentially doing man, every time we talk about doing a new restaurant with the kids, we're always just like, yeah, but we know Matt's is like the most kid-friendly place you could possibly go. So we'll probably end up doing that. Maybe Friday or Saturday. It off hours, late afternoon, early evening. I think that'll be the move. Catching up on Love Island. I'm going to put out some feelers today, see if there's some people in the Wash Media universe on the fringes of who might want to join me for a little 1 off, 2 off, 3 off pod. Because I'm in on USA, and let me just tell you, last night I got to the good stuff. I got to some recouplings. The public's involved. It's been good. This is my first swim through USA, and it is delivered in a big way. So look out for that.
It's recoupling time.
Very good, Randy.
Thank
You redeemed yourself. That Red Bull is clearly like kind of plateaued. You're not falling down, but you're close.
If anything, it's calming me down.
Did you drink the whole
I
thing?
don't know. Yeah. I got a little left. And I have
Fantastic.
checked. It's American getting it at 11 a.m. So I got a 4-hour buffer on American. We'll see if that works.
Okay.
Maybe it is a little risky.
Whose wedding is it?
Fraternity brother, the one that I went to the Scottsdale bachelor party with. One that I went to a bachelor
You
party.
got
but
your
I'm not
suit
standing
ready?
up.
You got your suit clean and everything?
No. I mean, I have a clean suit, but if I wear my Navy one, that's not clean from the Indy one, but I haven't actually dirtied it.
Do you have a
so-
hanging bag? Are you going to bring a hanging bag?
Nah.
Randy. Oh, buddy. All right. Well, we'll see everybody tomorrow for listener voicemails, and then Friday only on Patreon for all levels of Patreon.
Not,
Very, very special.
not the
live
backer
feed.
level.
Not backer level?
Just the Opto and the Tuesday tier.
Sorry. I'm
Yes.
glad you clarified.
Mhm.
Explain that again.
For the optimized tier and the Tuesday tier, Coffee Friday Live. Tune in live at 10 a.m. Central, or watch it or listen to it after we're done.
All right. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.